Hello and welcome to Comprehensible Confusion, where we take the confusion in the world, make it a little bit more comprehensible. I'm Saintofvirtue, or just Saint for short, and today we're going to be delving into the Common Core mathematics. I've frequently been questioned about Common Core and why isn't it the way it used to be? What is this newfangled thing? Well, today we're going to look at multiplication. Let's just take a moment and recap what is multiplication. Multiplication is repeated addition. So here we have 6 gold blocks plus 6 gold blocks plus 6 gold blocks. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. And you could write that as 6 plus 6 plus 6 or 3 times 6. They are equivalent. Now, let's look at the way most people that struggle with Common Core were taught. Here we go. We've got the basics. We're going to multiply 22 times 16. So first things first, 2 times 6. Well, 2 times 6 is 12. We carry the 1, drop the 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Carry the 1 is 3. Then we put a 0 in this corner. Multiply 2 times 6, the first 2 this time, and we also get 12. We carry the 1, and we bring it down to here, and we get 32, and we stagger this addition. So we get 320 plus 32 for our final answer of 352. And this is what I'm going to refer to as the classic way of doing multiplication. So how does this 16 times 22 relate to the Common Core, and how does it work even? Well, it bases itself upon the commutative property, which means you can rearrange things. In other words, 22 is 20 plus 2. 16 is 10 plus 5 plus 1. And if we look just at this category, we can multiply the 20 times the 10, 20 times the 5, 20 times the 1, and then 2 times the 20. The 10, I'm sorry, and then 2 times the 5, and then 2 times the 1. And that's 200, 20 times 10, 100, which is the 20 times 5, 20, which is the 20 times 1, another 20, which is the 2 times 10, 10, which is the 5 times 2, and then 2, which is 2 times 1. And if you look at it like this, which is a box multiplication from the Common Core mathematics, you'll see very similar numbers. 20 times 10 is 200. 6, and keep in mind the 10 plus 6 is 16, and the 2 plus 20 is 22. So 10 times 20, 200. 10 times 2 is 20. 6 times 2 is 12. And 6 times 20 is 120. The only difference here is that we kept the 6 as a 6 as opposed to a 5 plus 1 in the scenario. And I can see the questions already, like why would we do it in this incredibly overly complicated way where we're now trying to add 200 plus 100 plus 20 plus 20 plus 10 plus 2 to get our 352? Well, the answer is a little bit more complicated. The thing is that this is a fairly easy shorthand. We can do 20 times 10 very easily. We can do 20 times 5 fairly easily. And we can do those fairly easily in our head. The reason why this method is kind of gone the way of the dodo, shall we say, is that we have calculators. It's so much easier to punch these numbers in a calculator. If you're going to write this on a piece of paper, to solve it, you might as well just put it on your phone and you'll have the answer just as quickly. So the idea is to focus on things that you can do mentally. And I can see you once again going, well, that's a lot of things to do mentally. Well, let's take a look at a more simpler way, kind of like the box version. Let's take 20 times 16 plus 2 times 16. Can we do this in our head? Well, let's see. What's 20 times 16? Now, 2 times 16 is 32, and we add in that extra 0, so we have 320. So let's just keep a mental note of that, 320. 2 times 16, well, we already know that's 32, so 320 plus 32. Let's see, that's, the 2, we know the 2 is going to be the last digit. 3 plus 2 is 5, so 352. And that gives us the answer. So Common Core is trying to teach you to mentally do the mathematics by splitting it into easy to do chunks. Theoretically, whether or not it's actually easier to do in your head, that's hard to say. It's a bit of a difficulty, and it comes down to a matter of preference. Personally, I use a little bit of half and half. It depends on like the size. The moment you start getting to 4 or 5 digit numbers, it's usually easier for me to do it this way, or more likely just punch it into the calculator. But I hope this has made the Common Core in mathematics multiplication version a little bit more understandable to everyone who struggles with it. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and until next time.